Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin. Today we have a fun little project we're going to work on. We're going to turn this hill behind me into a new sledding hill. So behind me is the sledding hill we've used for the last few years since we moved in, and it's a great hill, works wonderfully, get some good speed coming down the hill, can't complain about it. The problem becomes down there. The hill empties out into our barn driveway, which is where I have farm truck parked, the dually parked, trailers, chicken tractors, garden tractors, all kinds of stuff parked there. And we've gone down the hill, clear across the driveway, almost into the neighbor's yard before sledding. So having all that stuff down there is kind of an issue. So Dana's been trying to get me to turn this into a sledding hill for a couple of years now, and I just really haven't had time to get to it. So this year we're going to take care of it, because this is a much steeper, longer hill, and it empties out into our north field, which is wide open. We'd be able to just run as far as the sled will go and not have any issues. But in order to turn that into a sledding hill, I gotta start pulling out some of these bushes. And these bushes are nothing special. They're kind of like, I don't wanna say invasive, but they're kind of like an invasive bush. We call them buckthorn, and they grow everywhere. They grow like weeds, and they get super big, super tall, and they choke out all the rest of the forest. So ripping out a bunch of this stuff isn't gonna hurt anything. In fact, it's probably gonna improve the life of our forest. But we need to see if we can't get these ripped out. All right, so the plan is to rip all those bushes out with the good old farm truck. Now this hasn't started in 2 or 3 months, so I don't know how it's gonna fire. It's always started hard sitting here because the fuel lines tend to drain out and diesels don't like air in the lines. But let's grab the key, see if we can't get it going. All right, so we got the key here. We're just gonna put it in the ignition, turn the truck on, and we're just gonna let the fuel pump run for a little bit and see if we can't fill the lines. All right, so let the key run for a while. Let's see if this thing will start. Yeah. Not too bad. That actually started up pretty quick. Sounds like it's running okay. So we're gonna let that warm up a little bit and start pulling some bushes. Okay, so we got our truck hooked up to our first bush. Let's give it a tug and see what happens. Well, that worked well. Got a first one out. I think that is one of the biggest ones we have to pull out today. There are a handful of other bigger ones up in the hill there, but I think this one's the biggest. But I think now we gotta go get the tractor. Let's get some of that dirt out of that root ball and get that pushed off to the side and move on to pulling more bushes. Well, I got a lot of dirt out of the root ball, but it's too heavy to lift and shake with the tractor. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of this off up here so I can get in here and shake this thing and see if I can get a little more dirt out. All right, well, I got the first bush ripped out. Now I got to go ahead and start ripping all the ones up off the hill. You've seen the process. I'm just going to kind of set you guys up, and I'm just going to get to work because I got a lot to do, and I need to get this project done today. So let's get to it. All right, so I just pulled out this bigger bush, and of course, I forgot to hit record on the camera, and I missed it. But we had a little damage to the truck, so let me show you what we got. So that one wasn't even really that hard of a pull. It was only kind of like a one shock pull. But you can see my hitch is now bent up, and I actually split the tube back here for the receiver. Now, I think we're just gonna keep going, see what happens. The damage is already done. It's not gonna hurt anything more. What I am gonna do though, is I'm gonna go take this over to the barn, and I'm gonna disconnect all the electric plugs and stuff off the bumper. So that way, if I do tear this or rip it or whatever happens, at least the electrical will be intact, and then I can always put something back on if I need to. All right, so I got the trailer electric unhooked. I got the two lights unhooked from underneath. I just left the plastic pieces on. Those will probably end up breaking if I try to take them off anyway. So let's go ahead, hook up to some more bushes and see how long this lasts. We're gonna hook up to that big one next and see what happens. Hopefully that'll hold up. Well, the truck still held up, but broke my toe strap. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab some chains. We're gonna hook up again, give it another shot. Well, we got it out. Yeah, I tell you, that was pretty tough. I think that was harder than the very first bush we pulled out. So let's go ahead, get this unhooked and see what the truck looks like. Well, I'm not sure it bent the hitch up anymore, but it definitely opened this hole up a little bit more. And we got another little tear right here by the hitch itself. The other side's kind of compressed a little bit, but it's still holding on. Like I said, at this point it's garbage, so we might as well just keep going. well, I think we got a good section of the hill opened up here. I think it's going to be wide enough and make a good sledding hill. Time will tell. I was really hoping to get this whole project done in one video. Unfortunately, it's getting late, sun's going down, and I need to get this onto the computer and edit it for you guys because the video is supposed to come out tomorrow. I'm way behind on shooting video. I haven't shot a video in 2 weeks now, so I'm under the gun to get this out for you guys. Anyway, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll finish up all the grading, make this look really nice and neat, and hopefully have a great sledding hill. Just want to say thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.